That's a nice bird.
I decided to create a birdwatching simulator, heavily inspired by Placid Plastic Duck Simulator. I knew going into this that this was no easy task, but maybe with perseverance, persistence, and dedication, we could make it work. I was talking to my friend one day, and he said, "Hey man, you should make a birdwatching simulator." I thought to myself, that's an incredible idea. So I put my current project on hold, whipped out the good old marketplace, and got searching for some store assets. I found this great free asset pack and thought it'd be perfect. It wasn't. It looked awful. So then I had an idea. I'm just going to use the same asset pack that we were going to use for Inner Seasons, another game that I'm working on, which is the current project that I put on hold. I was bummed out because I wanted to use Unreal 4 for this game, and this asset pack could only do Unreal 5. So I downloaded Unreal 5.2 on my brand spanking new sexy PC with the 4080, not trying to brag, uploaded the asset pack and got to work. I wanted this park to look like it was built for bird watching, so I deleted these assets in the pond. Boom, map design, done. Now, where do we go from here? Menu system, movement system, level design, input mapping, birds? Birds. As you know, I am a sucker for asset packs. I got birds. I mess around with these birds for hours, trying to figure out how they work, how to basically just get a bird into a blueprint and then a basic animation playing. Turns out it's only a Niagara system, and let me reiterate, all I wanted to do is get the bird with the skeletal mesh, put it into a blueprint, and use it. Turns out, they don't have a skeletal mesh. What the? So I thought to myself, you know what? I know just the guy. So I DM'd my man, iSimplyDesign, who participated in my latest game jam. I said, "Hey man, can you make a bird for me?" To which he replied with, "Sure man, give me 30. 30 minutes later, he modeled and textured this bird. This bird, it looked unique, distinctive, special. It was perfection. So he rigged and animated it, and we threw it into the game. Now, where do we go from here? Well, let's on move to something else for now. We need a logo. Boom. There it is. This logo can now be used on the main menu screen. Perfect. Graphic settings? Nice. Controls and keybinds? Perfect. Save system? Hardest thing I've ever set up in my game dev career this far. There is very little public information on how to get a system up like this, but because of Devo, we set one up. Thank you, sir. So now that the UI is done, let's get back to the birds. So when we got back to the birds, met somebody really cool. Somebody else wanted to make the birds too. So I said, why not? I would love more birds. I let him give it a shot. His name is Slowed, and he's incredibly talented. He made this bird, we threw it into the game, and it was looking phenomenal. Then I said, can I have 3 more? And he said, sure man. We got a great looking toucan, a kiwi, and a seagull, which could also be a crow. Our plan is to have common birds, and then birds with accessories that are rare birds, and iSimplyDesign is conveniently making the accessories. Everything's falling into place. And then very rare birds that are very eye-catching and cool. On the top right of the screen, you'll see a timer start to fill. Anytime the timer fills, a new bird spawns. And once a new bird spawns, it syncs with this widget, and this widget updates and saves to your profile. So all I need to do is import all of these to Blender and export each bird as a PNG and throw them into the game. Because all the other systems are already set up. So let's go. Now, we need a movement system. So I DM'd one of the most talented devs I know and said, hey man, I need a bird movement system. To which he replied, plug this in there, plug that in there, this there, over here, get that over there, search for this blueprint, plug it into here, not off that pin, the other pin, plug it into there, not there, you idiot, plug it into there, and bam, it works. But it isn't perfect. So he said, give me a week. And he's currently making a very intense bird flying physics movement system that will look incredible. I'm very excited. It will also have a flocking system alongside birds flapping their wings and getting a speed boost from it. Pixel Shake is an incredibly talented developer. So all we really had to do at this point is get some sound effects in there, got binoculars with a zoom, and some voice acting from my friend who suggested this game idea.
Come here, bird.
Who also writes really good music, and he's on Spotify or Apple Music. His name is Bevy, and you should totally check him out. As of now, you can only compliment the birds, but future features will include scaring the birds and catching the birds. I already set up the catch system where it syncs up with a hub and puts them into a cage inside of another level where each cage is going to be assigned to a bird. And your goal is to catch them all. It's like a bird catching simulator now. And that's what I have so far. What do you guys think? I just decided to release the Steam page for this game. If you're interested in supporting, please feel free to go and wishlist that. To stay tuned on the project, either come hang out on Twitch, join the Discord, or wait for the next devlog. This game should be launching in a couple months at the latest. At least just the early access version. Thank you. Subscribe if you like me, you should be a good person and hit the sub button, yeah. What? So if you like to support people that are trying to make it, then subscribe.